Eldar, phone for you. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cocksuckers of all ages.
Whoa,
Strap
what?
your shit spinners in for another episode of Let's Be Blunt.
Were you offended?
Slightly.
I'm sorry, did I offend you? Oh,
No.
we're just going to jump right into it?
I think you offended him.
Why, because I called him a cocksucker?
Yeah.
Oh, would you prefer douche canoe?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll take it.
All right,
Okay, you can be the douche canoe.
Start it from the top then.
Yeah. So, with your host, Hot Rohne Monte,
You?
Master Disaster, Master Ren.
What's up?
Of course, fucking it up right from the get-go. The band of the many voices, Senor JD. Hi, bitches. And our wonderful, lovely, gorgeous guest, Aaron.
Hi, how are you?
Oh my God, he's
Hello,
just
Aaron.
I love the fact that he's directly across from me, and I do the most talking. So this is gonna be so great to stare into his eyes the entire fucking time.
Aren't they beautiful, JD?
Oh, they are. Are they brown?
They are, with a little bit of reddish tint in there.
Oh.
You gotta have that red.
Rot, rust, and shit. My favorite colors.
Absolutely.
Rust and shit.
Well, not for nothing. Rot and rust is a very beautiful color. It's what Americana is based around.
Yeah, when it starts to get to the
base?
like when it actually turns to rot. Like
Yeah.
not just the rust. Like the rust is kind of ugly, but when it starts to rot and it's the multitude of color of browns and oranges.
Yeah, exactly.
And then sometimes greens.
Yes. Speaking of browns, oranges, and greens, buttholes.
They can be brown, orange, and green.
Well, I thought we were talking politics this week.
Also brown, orange, and green.
See? No, actually, so what we're doing is we brought Aaron on because with June being Pride Month, we have a lot of friends who have a lot of questions who are afraid to ask. Aaron, being the wonderful person that he is, said he'd come on and answer some questions about being a gay man. Especially in 2021 America, where this country is
Shit.
one of two directions.
Uh-huh.
It'd be nice to get some insight of, honestly, some of the really deep down shit.
To get the insight from actually inside the community.
Exactly.
This is one way to put it.
Yeah.
I'm fucking high. It didn't come out the way I wanted it to. All right.
Well, enough. It's
No, it worked. It fit.
Fine.
well, much like the episode, trans episode with Lex and Coda. You know, it is a little uncomfortable because we all grew up in a very different time frame.
Yes, we
Way
did.
different.
So
Absolutely.
it's like being able to ask the questions. It's uncomfortable because you know what the answer might end up being, but you're not fully expecting it.
Vaccinated?
No, I am not.
No, I am happily in the control group. But so growing up in a different time period or way of life for us,
Different
Being-
backgrounds.
yeah, being gay, lesbian, LGBTQ plus wasn't open. It wasn't broadcasted, and now where it's widely accepted more, it's not. It's. I don't. This is gonna sound like a dick thing, but it's thrust upon a lot of people who weren't
Giggity.
ready.
It definitely is a dick thing.
So thankful enough, like I said, Aaron's agreed to come on and answer some uncomfortable questions
And put up with us.
and put up with us. And
I got
answer these
nothing on that
questions.
one.
I just messed up my zipper at that.
What are you playing with it for?
Aaron just put his hands up and said no. So, Aaron, introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, I'm Aaron. I go by Animal4RT on Instagram if you'd like to follow me there.
There we go.
Um,
Good boy. He knows how to plug himself.
Hey,
Well,
Well, I mean,
didn't I come
if you
on to
can't
talk
plug
about
yourself.
that too, though? Didn't I come on to talk about that too?
I was gonna wait till more towards the end of the show when
Well,
all
we
the
were
religious
just gonna
folk got
dive
sick
right
of it.
in, right? Let's just
Okay then. So yeah, you were
Ride
saying about
that
plugging
wave.
yourself.
so you were talking about plugging.
yes. So plugs. There are big ones. There are small ones.
I'm wearing two
We're
right
talking
now.
about earrings, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Plugs in your
gauges.
ears. Yeah.
Yes,
gauges.
actually, I do have gauges.
See, that's what we.
Yeah,
There
see?
we go.
Is
There's
that what they
plugs.
call it now?
Yeah, exactly.
I love
Okay, then.
your entire persona right now is just so much fun.
You stoned as shit, man.
I can tell. So,
Welcome to Let's Be Blunt.
first of all, just to make sure, are you definitely comfortable doing this?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I 100% am all for talking about it.
do you consent?
Yeah. I don't think I would be
I need
here
a
if I
hard
did.
yes.
That is a hard yes.
Whoa. All right.
Good
Yep.
boy.
One down.
All right, so
Not
we're
what I
talking.
meant.
All right, so we can just jump right into fisting. Rennie is just fucking red right now. He is done. He is done.
High as a kite. That's fucking great.
So all right, so one of the first things that we can ask about, like growing up as a kid, like what age did you know that you weren't straight or hetero?
What age did you know you liked penis?
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Thanks.
You were beating around the bush.
Yeah, I know.
No, I wasn't. Usually you beat around the shaft to the base.
Yes, but around a bush, you know.
Well, when
You gotta spill your seed somewhere.
2 down.
You gotta spill your seed somewhere. So,
That's what
so
I
back
told
to
my
your
wife.
question though. I knew awfully young. You know, actually for somebody, you know, where I grew up, I didn't know a whole lot of people that were gay, so I didn't know what gay was. So for a long time, I didn't know exactly what I was. I just knew that I was different.
okay.
A lot.
I feel like not to cut. I feel like that's like a lot of people that say it, that's the main thing they say. The first thing they just knew that
Something ain't right.
something wasn't right.
Well, no, it's
They
not
don't know
something
what
isn't
it
right
is.
because it is right.
Well,
It's just
no.
not.
Yeah,
they don't
but
Something's
understand-
not normal.
Like something they're not doing something that they should be doing or something like that. Like I feel like it's never a well, I just
frowned
knew
down-
that I didn't
frowned
like.
down upon. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and it's never just right out like, well, I knew I didn't like girls when it's never that. It's always like I knew that something wasn't right and I needed to change something about myself to feel comfortable.
Right. Like I thought that I never felt like there was some type of way being pushed on me. When it came to religion, that's definitely something that was kind of thrusted upon me in my family.
No, when you say like, I don't know if this is a fishing question, but like when you say like religion, like in what sense? Like them being like, you need to go to church more, or like you need to find God or something in that. Because I know a lot of religious people like to try and quote the Bible saying that gay people are wrong, and they always forget the first rule, which is just fucking stupid.
Well, so I was very young. I never came out right off the bat. Like when I say I knew I was different, like I was in kindergarten when I knew that I liked boys. There was a boy in my class that I had a crush on, you know.
Air
But
quotes.
then, right. But then, like
We love the air quotes here.
in first grade or something, I had a girlfriend because you can't, you know,
Yeah.
have date people that young, you know. You can
Damn
make
right they can. Do
She's
that,
a girlfriend
huh?
on the playground.
right. So, it was kind of something I developed an understanding of over time. Like in 5th grade, we had a sex ed class, and the girls went into it first, and they watched a video, and then they went into a separate room after, and then the boys went into the same room that they were just in and watched a video. And I was really confused. So that kind of set that precedent as like boys have to be with girls, and this is why.
Right.
And
The conditioning began.
yeah, I didn't know that you could be with a boy.
Yeah.
You know, if you wanted to, or if a girl
I don't
wanted
think
to
any
be
of
with a
us
girl.
knew that back then.
Yeah.
Like that wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't. out
Wasn't
there. I know
openly
it
talked
wasn't.
about.
Right. My parents never, like I said, they never had friends. I never knew anybody that was gay.
Come closer to the mic. It sounds like you're on the other side of the room.
Oh, sorry.
Well,
It's okay.
technically,
Shut. Oh yeah.
I'm on the other side of the
Like
room.
hearing it in the headphones, it sounds like
I
he's
know,
far
I know,
away.
I know.
But yeah, so and I grew up unlike most kids. So I didn't have like a whole lot of friends. Instead, I hung out with my mom and her friends. Like if they were having like a party on the weekends and like my friends were going to the mall or something like that, like before I came out, I would go hang out with my friends for a couple hours or at the ice skating rink or wherever. And then my mom would come and pick me up and we'd go back to the house and like she'd have all her friends there. And like I'd hang out with all of them. So I had like this weird upbringing where it was comfortable to talk to adults rather than kids my own age. So I don't know. I understood things a little bit different, and I kept my shit private.
Yeah.
You grew up sooner than your friends.
I guess you could say that, yeah, a little bit. I would say that I'm an older soul. I have more of a mature mentality when it comes to life. But
How old are you, Aaron?
I'm 25.
Oh, so you are still a baby anyway.
Oh, shut up.
I mean, I guess so.
Yeah, compared to your dinosaur ass.
I had a
You're
crush.
older than him.
And?
You're not
remember
older than
Backstreet
anybody.
Boys, though. I remember the Backstreet Boys. I had a crush on Justin Timberlake, just like every other teenage girl
Yeah,
at
but
that
I
point
had
in
a
time.
crush on
Thank
Justin
you.
Timberlake.
I had
all
a
right,
crush on
and I'm
David
straight.
Bowie.
Frosted Tips all
The
day.
ramen noodle here.
Yeah. Okay, it was not ramen noodle, all right? If you've eaten ramen noodles, you know that is no type of ramen noodle you want to put in your mouth.
No.
Whoa, whoa,
But I-
whoa.
But I imagine you want to put his...
I want to
His
put his
noodle.
ramen noodle in my mouth. Yeah.
Okay then.
I mean, it's Justin Timberlake.
I mean,
It's
gonna
not
be
the
me.
king of pop.
It's
No,
what?
it's not the king of pop.
It is not the king of pop, but I
Oh.
mean, maybe he's the prince of pop.
Goes the weasel.
You
Anyways,
are a douchebag.
There it is.
yes. So, sorry for cutting you off, Aaron.
No, that's fine.
So, so you said around 5th grade that you realized that you definitely liked boys and like it started becoming more precedent.
Yeah, absolutely. When I got into middle school was when I actually started questioning my sexuality. And that became, abundantly clear when a girl came up to me and asked me if I was a virgin. And I looked at her dead in the eye and said, nope. Because my mom told me if I didn't know the answer to any questions that the kids at the school were going to ask me, to say no. So
That is a beautiful response.
I went home and asked my mom what a virgin was. And she told me,
What did she tell you?
she told me to go back and tell the girl that I was a virgin
That's awesome.
God, that's fucking beautiful.
and explain to me what a virgin was.
That must have been a wonderful conversation.
It was, it was kind of plain, I guess. She was like, it's a person who's had sex before. Do you know what sex is? And obviously, like, we had that conversation about a year ago, like when I had that sex ed class.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh,
Oh, that's what that means.
that's what that means.
Oh. No.
Yeah.
I didn't do that.
Oh, I lied to you. Yes, I am a virgin.
Right. And then
And no, I don't want you to change it.
I actually,
And I'd like to hang on to that for a little bit.
I ended up liking one of the boys in my class. Like I had a full on crush on the boy in my class. So, but what was weird was I also had a crush on a girl at that time. So, I had seen the rom-com movies. I'm a romantic. I love that shit. Okay. So
Like big fucking beatbox over the head kind of shit.
oh hell yeah.
the best one.
Oh absolutely. Like I'm a fly to New York and like show up at your job with like mad roses.
Anybody got 12D batteries in an old school fucking
old
CD player?
boombox?
An old boombox. That's the word I was thinking of. Not
In a
beatbox.
long trench coat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John
Absolutely.
Cusack.
Oh yeah, John Cusack, baby.
Beautiful movie.
Movie was amazing.
Absolutely.
So, so you had a crush on a girl as well. Now, when you were still questioning things, did you feel like, I don't know how to word it, like, did you feel wrong?
No. And not at all. I felt uncomfortable because I was unsure of what other people would think about it. And that's what I cared about, was what other people thought of me, not what I thought, I guess. But I wasn't uncomfortable with thinking, I could like a boy privately.
Like you didn't think to yourself, "This is wrong. I shouldn't be feeling like this."
Right. Like I didn't have that instilled in me or whatever. I mean, like I said, I do have family members who, are of religious background that still refer that to my boyfriends as my special friends.
Oh,
But,
That's
we
beautiful.
still love our family. We still love our family.
Do we have to?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, we do.
See, that's one thing like I never understood with like, especially like the older family members, where like they just refuse to accept the fact that somebody could be a different type of way than what they're expecting or they're used to.
I think we have to give them credit though. They grew up in a completely different time than we did. And even though they may not understand us, that's okay. we still kind of have to move forward. We accept us. You know, our community accepts our community. We are our family, you know?
And that's what's important.
Absolutely. What I love about the LGBTQIA plus community.
What's the IA? IAA? I didn't know they were selling cars now.
If I'm not mistaken, it's intersex and asexual.
So I have a really weird. I need a pen because I got to write a question down that I want to ask later on. That's going to be kind of far left.
Danke.
Intersex? Is that what you said?
Yes.
What is intersex?
Oh, he's gonna Google it.
I want to be politically correct when I.
Fair enough.
Absolutely.
What is
I've just
that?
never heard that term before.
No, me neither. That's intersexual and what was the other one?
Asexual. Asexual is when you have no sexual desires
Yeah.
for anybody at all. Like sex is not on your radar at all.
I knew that one.
Like you like the people for the fact of liking the people.
Like a Buddhist monk.
Existing or occurring between the sexes, relating to or having the condition of being intermediate between male and female.
So isn't that bisexual?
Not necessarily.
I'm not like trying to be a dick.
No, not at all. It could be that somebody is mid transition and are still figuring things out, or they are in a space where that is comfortable for them, so that's what they identify as.
Okay, I get that.
I understand that a lot. Like when you explain like that
Yeah.
because when you read it from like the Google, sound like my
The
old-
Googles.
Sometimes the Google, sometimes
On the
the Google
interwebs.
helps.
But the way like they write it, it sounds like a lawyer wrote it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like a doctor or a
Like
lawyer.
it's like they're writing it so that way it fits into if someone were to question them, they can go in and be like, "Well, this is what my lawyer told me to tell you." And it's like that's one thing I hate about looking things up is it's very politicized.
Because then you got to look up the words in the description to find out what the
Exactly.
description means.
What I find interesting is the language. Well, what I've noticed is like I went to an art school and I had a transitioning roommate, and they were uncomfortable with cis men because of an experience that they had at a stay away camp. And I didn't know that. They did not communicate with me, but they had requested that from the school to be in a space where they felt comfortable. So unfortunately, a relationship between me and that person didn't end well because of their fear, but also the fact that their kind of wants weren't met.
Yeah,
Right.
Their expectations weren't met.
yeah.
Right. It was something that was unfortunate, but you know, it happens in the community. And
I'd imagine, like, especially with how broad the community is, like as far as like this, I hate to say the spectrum, but like it's just the wide range of different types, different likes and dislikes and stuff like that. I could definitely imagine there would be a lot of clashing.
sometimes people don't get along, and that's
anywhere too.
That's anytime, anywhere. You have some forms of issues, but you know, we're still family.
Yeah,
We still get along.
that F word again.
One thing I was wondering is like because you had mentioned earlier about how you have family still that like refer to your boyfriends as special friends. When you came out to your family, like how did that affect you like mentally as you continued moving through life?
So, a year after I, had found out that I liked these two people, I kind of stopped thinking about that, more about myself. So I was in the 7th grade, and it was January 14th, 2009, and I was going to come out to my stepmother. And I just kind of did. We talked for about 2.5, 3 hours. I cried a lot, but she was there. She listened to every word, and she had, all the right answers.
I'd imagine that made it so much easier after.
No, not really.
I feel like there's a but coming.
I never came out to my father, like to his face.
Okay.
Said the words, "Dad, I'm gay," and it's been a big regret because I feel like he might have taken that the wrong way, and I was petrified to tell my father. I
get it. You don't want to disappoint him.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like, I played, all the sports when I was a kid, and I was terrible at that. Terrible. Oh my God. Both of my parents hated taking me to these events, okay? Hated it. I kicked the dirt. Like at the T-ball games where the kids are playing, what is it? Second base and shit, right? That, and I was like kicking around that gray dirt, just like pew pew pew, just like not giving a fuck.
Balls flying by.
Okay, no, but here's the thing: a
face.
ball went straight through my legs. Okay, they called my name out. I like spun around, like what are we doing? Hi, how are you?
You're calling me.
And they're like
Hi.
the ball, and I'm like, what ball? And they're like, between your legs. The guy's running like third. I look down, and the ball's behind my ass. Like 8-year-old me is gonna pick that up and throw it where the guy's won. Good night. Hi. See you
Do we still
later.
get popsicles?
Right.
I want ice cream.
I didn't
That's
play
like-
after that season.
Something out of a movie. That's like Little Rascals or something.
Oh, I love that movie.
That's all I was picturing when he was saying that.
That's what I was picturing.
I
I was
love
picturing
that
like a
movie.
scene of Little Rascals. That was awesome.
Absolutely.
So
My mom.
I used to sit there and like fill up my baseball glove with the dirt, or like use it to like pretend it's like a bulldozer and like build little piles. As you're sitting here, I'm just remembering like, oh, I did the same fucking thing.
Yep.
Am I gay?
No. I just think I had a short attention span. That
Dude,
shit
they
just
stuck
was
me
like
out
so
in left
long.
field because I sucked so bad. They will just get back there. They won't hit it that far.
Your parents paid for you to play. We're gonna make you play out there.
Out there.
Off to right field.
No, other side of the fence.
Over by Carl.
Over by Carl.
What was funny though was every single person that I told my stepmother right off the bat, and I had asked her to tell my dad, and so I'm assuming she obviously did. And I told my mother, and I told my grandmother, and all three of them were like, "Oh yeah, well,
We know.
yeah, we knew about that."
We
were
kind of figured.
We were
It's
kind of
about time,
waiting
honey.
for you to say something. I was kind of sure, but I wasn't gonna say it.
Yeah.
I waited to tell my mother because she was pregnant when I first came out. So I waited a while until she wasn't
We don't
pregnant.
want to put any unnecessary stress.
Yeah,
Makes
that
sense.
was a problem. Can't have that.
You're so
But, yeah.
considerate.
So
I
now you
know,
said all
thanks.
three of them received well, and it was
Yeah, for the most part,
pretty easy. Not easy,
it was an easier adjustment for me feeling comfortable in my own skin than it was for them to accept me so fast. Because I had already accepted myself. I had already known. I was just able to be that way in front of other people. And
well, you're with yourself 24/7. So if anyone's gonna be used to you, it's gonna be you.
right, and most of the things that I did
Yeah,
were
I'm still
already
not
gay
used to
enough
these.
as it was. Like dancing around my room with my boombox, listening to Kids Bop, singing at the top of my lungs. Yeah, that's gay as shit. And I had done that from day one.
Oh,
Okay, like let's just put it that way.
Again, another childhood
It is?
memory. Am I gay?
hold on.
I have a lot of questions now.
Well, okay, see, here's the other thing too. Like, I grew up with my mom. Yeah, my mom is the baddest bitch I fucking know. I mean, this bitch could not have.
I love the finger wave right
Okay, listen, she
Ooh,
could
we got rubber
literally.
going.
Wow, that was really good.
now. That
she
was
could-
so smooth.
She could literally not, come and be a chaperone for me for the first like 6 years of my educational career because she dropped a bitch outside of a fucking garage.
I love your mother already.
Sounds like Michelle.
Or not a
Sinelli.
not a garage. I'm sorry, a bar. A bar.
Even better.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can I buy her dinner?
She's crazy. No.
No.
Okay,
No,
I'll buy her a
she's a-
coupon. You want to give it to her?
No. No, I'm good. No. I love my mom. She's just nuts.
That's
But
the best kind of parent. I would
Yeah.
much rather have a parent who's a little bit crazy and able to still function than one that sits there and gets drunk and pretends to be functional.
No, my mother was functional by throwing frying pans at me.
She had great aim, apparently.
Yes, very good aim, and she also liked to throw fists. Caught me in the jaw a few times. She was a badass woman too.
Yeah, she's
is
nuts.
a badass woman.
No,
Is, not was, is.
Where did you grow
Hi,
up?
Mom.
If you don't mind me asking, or if you're comfortable, you don't have to say the town, but
that's
like you
fine.
can like.
I grew up in Massachusetts. I grew up on the Cape. You know, America's hometown, Plymouth, Massachusetts. It was a great place to live, but it was definitely a bubble. I totally
Yeah.
feel like I
mean,
was segregated
yeah.
from a
I feel like
lot
the
of
whole
things.
Cape is a
Yeah,
bubble.
when you cross the bridge, that's just
It's
the whole
it.
of the world.
Yeah.
It's nuts, but
Plymouth's before the bridge, ain't it?
it's the last town
Town.
before the bridge.
Yeah, so
So it's like right on the outskirts of that bubble, but it's in that bubble still.
I went to high school in both schools, and both schools had 1,400 students,
Fuck.
and that was just the town of
Jesus.
Plymouth.
Damn, and that's a town.
600 plus, maybe like 700 plus students graduate from Plymouth schools a year.
Holy shit.
But is that a tri-count? Is that like a tri-town school?
No,
Oh shit.
both of them are Plymouth, and there's also a charter high school as well.
Damn.
Yeah,
Damn, that's a lot of fucking people.
Yeah, but then again, a lot of people still move down there. Is it cheap to live down there?
no.
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 Is it cheap to live here?
Here? Yes.
Cheaper.
Well, yeah.
Right,
don't pay rent
here.
here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking I'm home. Sorry. It's not cheap where I live either.
No, it's not.
It's not cheap at all. The only cheap thing now is my sister, and Jesus Christ, even she's getting expensive.
Oh, God.
Raising prices, man.
Yeah, she is.
Hot damn.
Dude, she went from $5.55 to $6.22.
Tell me about it.
Dude, inflation, bro.
Yeah, about it.
I'm saying.
Those taxes and fees, taxes and fees.
Hey,
Had to
man,
take a break.
COVID hit hard.
Yeah, Jesus fucking Christ.
I've been working extra hours at work.
Now, growing up in Plymouth, like the little bubble town, did you deal with a lot of discrimination or like people being bastards about it?
Yeah. I mean, like, that's the other thing, too. I had a lot of acceptance at home, but I didn't have a whole lot of acceptance at school. I had other friends that were, out, and they were actually dating other people. Most of the people I knew were lesbians, or at least girls that were bisexual at that point in time.
Yeah, but girls on girls, it's hot.
Most of these boys didn't think so. And it didn't help that, after I came out, I walked out of the locker room with a boner.
That is beautiful.
Yeah.
That is great.
I can see that
didn't-
going not well. Though.
No, not at all.
How the locker taste?
Was it dark in there?
The locker room just has like a whole lot of memories for me, and I don't want to go back.
We don't need
Moving
to.
on.
We are not going there.
No, I'm just,
So, like,
it's just terrible.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Stop
Give me a
that.
Coke.
Get your Pepsi.
Yeah, we don't have Coke in this house.
Oh, my
This is a non-Coke house.
I mean,
Unless it's the white
Well,
Coke.
You're gonna
Unless
take
we
the
go
3 steps to go get it.
It's so far away. I won't even get up.
You can slide.
just roll. Nice, smooth. So,
Fumble.
like at school, what was some of the worst? All right. So, throughout school, you were figuring yourself out, like
Yeah.
through middle school and the lower grades. How was it with high school?
High school was actually a lot easier than middle school, believe it or not. The high school that I ended up going to was a technical high school, still in Plymouth, because we had the option in middle school to apply for the technical program if we lived out of district, because the way that the Plymouth school system worked was redistricting half the town.
Shuffle, shuffle.
Right. So I went there for the first year, and it was great. The kids there were really accepting. It helped that I called the English teacher out for being a bitch
Nice.
and
That
defended
one-
one of the football players. That was definitely my highlight of my high school career. I made a lot of friends that day.
Right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. What was great and solidified that moment was when we had open house. My dad visited the class, and he also called this bitch out in front of
Yes.
the entire, all of the parents. Oh yeah, oh
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Okay. If you're okay with going into it, would you tell us that one?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So the incident with me in the class was because she was always picking on everybody. I don't know what was wrong with me that day, but I was already in a mood. And you don't
Your coffee was not good that morning.
I didn't
Your
even
sass
have
was up to a 10.
coffee. Okay, and there was no coffee. I didn't have anything. I was sober as fuck. Sadly.
Shit.
Yeah, think about
Well, there's
that.
the problem.
Right. You owe me a Coke.
See that?
Oh wait, sorry, Pepsi.
I was going to say something else, but I'm going to be good.
Carry it on.
Is it use
So-
the same letters as Coke? Switch it
Shut
out?
up.
She was picking on this kid or whatever for talking, and like he was a kid that did talk a lot. It was whatever.
I love
okay?
the hand motions and
The
everything.
class
I can't.
He's
talk.
Italian, right?
No,
Oh, I thought
no,
you were.
not even. Not
No,
even
you were.
close.
I think
Well,
it's-
that's a different story. Well, after
I think
this.
it's only Italians and gays that talk with their hands.
That's
right?
100%
Yeah.
false.
Jesus fucking Christ. Am I really gay? Because I talk with my hands.
Oh,
Like,
you're not even
Christ, man.
Italian, huh?
No. Anyways,
Por-
so focus.
Portuguese. you
Oh,
know.
well, I'm both, so I guess that's why I'm always fine.
Right. See.
Can you let him finish? Jesus.
Sorry.
I'm like invested. I want to know what happened. Like this bitch was being
Yeah,
a
this
bitch
is
and she
good.
got called out.
So anyway, she was about this tall. Now, mind you, that's like 4'9", maybe like 4'11".
Jesus Christ.
She was
Certified
short.
midget.
And she had her doctorate or was getting her doctorate, and she like wanted everybody to call her doctor, and it was just not going to happen because she's terrible. But anyway, so she
Fuck
was
you, bitch.
she was right, exactly. So she was telling off this kid for talking. He wasn't even talking, and she kept going with it. And I was like, "Will you shut the fuck up? Like, you're literally yelling at this kid for no reason. He's not doing anything, and you have the audacity to use up my class time to attack another one of your students for no reason. Like, what is the meaning of this?
The audacity.
Right?
Audacity.
I just got disappointed
Yeah, I was
in
just
this
like,
class.
whoa.
Like I just got like mad, and this is how many years ago?
This was, oh my
7.
God. No, I graduated 7 years ago.
I love the puppy hands. You're both done. Oh my god. Oh my god. I wish we had that on video because your puppy hands like this, and then them two just looking, making eye contact, and being done. It was beautiful.
It's so bad anyway. So it was a long time ago.
Wait. You graduated 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Ronnie?
20.
Anyway, so I called her out, and she had nothing to say to me. She just looked at me and she was like, "You can go to the principal's office."
Okay, bye.
So I went to the principal's office, and you want to know what the principal said?
What?
Now, I had a separate principal. There was a freshman principal, and then there was a principal of the school. So he didn't really have a whole lot of authority, but he was the authoritative figure for my class, whatever. But it just so
that guy.
happened,
So he was a football player that was given a badge.
I don't even think he was a football player.
But the personality types.
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
no, not really, because he was a nice dude.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, he actually, yeah,
Yeah. Like. No.
He's a nice dude. It fit.
he was a nice dude. I liked this dude so much. Okay, like he was friends with my mom. My mom had gone to the other high school, that I eventually ended up going to myself, and he was her science teacher, and they had like a good bond or whatever, and he liked me. And so when I went down to his office, he was like, "Oh, I know who you are. You're the so-and-so's son." And I was like, "Yeah."
Oh, shit.
That's what I say when people say that to me. I go, oh, fuck.
Oh, I wore that with pride. I wore both of my parents' names with pride. No, the only way, the
No
funny
pun
thing is,
intended?
no, not at all.
Okay.
The only thing is, I have my father's last name, but I don't have my mother's last name. People only know me through my mother's reputation, so I feel honored by that.
Yeah?
Beautiful.
That's
Yeah.
how I was pretty
Okay.
much known, too.
Yeah, but your mom has your last name.
That's how I like people know me and my sister. So you were saying about middle school or freshman?
Oh my god, who the hell cares?
I'm deleting that fucking sound. I
Nope.
hate that one.
That button is annoying.
It does. It kills everything.
Sometimes it's great, but not all the time.
Anyways,
So
Bitch
he
teacher.
he basically kind of just let me off with a warning. And fast forward to when my dad comes in for open house, she was giving a presentation about what we were learning and how it was going to benefit us in some way or whatever. And my dad saw right through her bullshit and was like, "That's not going to benefit them. That's 10 times more work than what they're supposed to be doing. This says that they're going to be doing this. This says that they're going to be doing that," going through all of her itinerary. and was like, well, what do you mean? He's not going to be able to have time to do this and that and the other thing. Because at that time I had extracurricular activities and other things that I wanted to do. And I didn't even know that my dad was aware of half of it, but here he is like defending, you know, what I do.
Did
and,
his research and fucking called her out.
Oh, he didn't.
I love it.
No research needed. My dad's pretty quick to the whip.
Nice. Nice.
But
That's good stuff.
yeah, so she did not like me at all.
I couldn't imagine why.
But it got me a reputation. It actually made me friends.
It's like going to prison. You got to do that one thing when you first get in there. So
You
everyone
find the
knows what's
biggest
Yeah,
going
you
on.
gotta fuck
Yeah.
the biggest dude in there.
Or fuck up, one or the other. I mean, depends on what name you
Well,
want to
if
make
you
for
fuck the
yourself.
biggest dude in there, that makes you look like one badass.
That's true
motherfucker.
too. That is true. This
I
is
guess
prison we're talking
yeah,
about.
that could go either way.
Yeah.
Yeah, you fuck him up, bend him over, pull his drawers down, put it inside, and be like, hello,
Yeah.
bitch.
And then make him carry your pocket.
Ooh, yeah. Pull it up.
Carry my pocket.
Hold my pocket.
Hold my pocket, bitch.
You're gonna walk with me.
So
Hold my
you said
pocket.
you end up going to a different high school from the
get straight.
technical one.
Oh yeah.
So the look on your face when I said that, like your eyes just bulged. I imagine from that look you have something to say about that school.
So the reason why I got to that school is kind of a sad subject, but I was very much down on myself the second year of my high school career, so my sophomore year, and I was going through a lot. I had dated this boy for maybe like not even a month. You know, it was just like kind of not really dating, just hanging out. I won't even call it like dating, but it was really upsetting because he kind of just didn't want to come out. It wasn't something that he wanted to do, and it was whatever. There was a lot of things going on at home that, you know, affected me, that I wasn't fully like, you know, present with school. I attempted to kill myself, actually. I had been taken out of my mother's home when I was in the 6th grade and moved into my father's. And his, you know, life was not perfect. And, you know, things happened. It is what it is. But eventually he ended up joining the military. He's in the National Guard. He did a tour in Afghanistan. He went to basic training, and so he was gone for a couple of years out of my high school career, and like kind of wasn't there. My stepmother had both of my brother and sister, and I was with my grandmother. I love my stepmother dearly, but it just, you know, it hurt to be away from my family and kind of just like shunned to the edge of the world because my grandmother lived 2 towns over.
Oh shit! So you weren't even right there.
I wasn't even in Plymouth anymore. At that point, you know, I was getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning to drive all the way to Plymouth to catch a bus to go to my school just so I could go to that school. And it became a lot for me. And
I can see that.
Seriously, especially like, you know, like trying to maintain like what high school is stressful as it is because you have not like, you know, regular everyday teenagers. They're just going through the fact of unfucking their minds when they wake up in the morning, let alone the fact of figuring out who you are. No, your life. Whoa, sorry, I didn't realize it was on the wrong side of the mic. Like figuring out who you are and trying to establish your own identity with yourself, and then you have to now deal with taking the bus at, you said like 6 o'clock in the morning.
Well, no, I would wake up. My grandmother would drive me to a bus stop.
Damn.
That was in Plymouth.
Just so you could take the bus.
Just so I could take the bus to school to play it off like I still lived in the area. Yeah.
Jesus.
My
man.
grandmother is a godsend, to be 100% honest with you. I don't, you know, what's funny is I look back now and a lot of my family might listen to this and say like, you know, that's weird or whatever. But I love them all. And they all help me in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
And they might not believe that, but I owe them a lot. And they taught me a lot about who I am and stuff. So,
like, sorry, I just had a question in my head and I just completely lost it as I started choking on my own spit.
no, that's fine.
I feel like
You're choking on what?
Exactly.
Like what you just said, they helped you. All of them helped you in different ways. I feel like for someone like you, someone within the community, that could help them a lot in life to
What's funny is I not to cut you off, but
yeah, I had no word anyway.
what's funny
No,
is
it's okay. We cut each other off. That's actually the point.
It's better that you do, actually.
I lean on more of my chosen family than I do my family.
Yep.
I just, that's
something common in this room.
Very
Extremely.
Yeah.
I don't know, it just becomes who you are, and you feel a little bit more connected to those people. But after I attempted, I ended up getting hospitalized a couple of times, and then I had missed a lot of my career in school. I ended up going to Duxbury High, and then
hell of a difference.
it is, and I made no friends there. Can you imagine that? Me, no friends.
Wow.
Come on.
Like, you guys know me. Come on.
Yeah.
Like, I made no friends there, and I was there for 4 months. I begged my grandmother to go back to Plymouth. And we ended up doing that. I got shit-faced the first night I was there, and I could not believe how I got caught. I got so caught. Absolutely caught. My dad found out, and this was in between him going from basic to Afghanistan. And I was like super depressed about it. And I drank myself into a ditch, vomited, and rolled in it.
Ew.
Yeah, it was gross. Oh, it was so bad. And-
I'm just imagining the stench coming off.
Oh, it was nasty.
Blech.
He made me wash my clothes at the laundromat, and the scent of the laundromat made me vomit.
Oh my god, laundromats do not have a good. Well, it's either a really good smell or it is fucking
Or it's
so
nasty
rank.
BO.
Either way, it's a chemical smell.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I mean, the BO could be a chemical BO.
No, because you said you never came out directly to your dad. Like, you never said the words, "Dad, I'm gay." How was your guys' relationship after the fact of talking to your stepmom and hoping she talked to him?
Our relationship was really rocky, and like at that point, after when I attempted, it was even worse. Like we really had like a really low connected like point. It wasn't until my third year in college that I actually like started to try to have a relationship with my dad.
Oh, so that's like recent.
Yeah, no, that's super recent. We actually have just recently got to a place where like we're pretty good, and that was within the last year.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. Does he know you are, or do you just assume that? He
Oh
knows?
no, like I've brought in boys home.
all right.
Like he's met my boyfriends and stuff like that. He is very much supportive. My funny thing is my dad actually has another son that is bisexual.
No shit.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, my little brother is bisexual. He's proud, and he came out to me around the same time that I came out. Actually, not at the same time I did. Like he was very much a lot younger, but the same age. Yes.
Right.
And he is awesome.
That's-
I love him so much. He's like a perfect little peach.
A perfect little peach.
He
I
is.
love that.
He is. He's so adorable. I love him. He's perfect.
Did I know I don't want to bring it up, but you said your dad has met your boyfriends. Does he know your current one?
He does not.
No.
Okay.
No.
I
No.
just
I know. There was one rule. I know.
I was trying to
So
stay
when
on
you-
that side of the line.
So like when
What
you
are we
would
talking
bring
about?
Hockey.
Oh, okay.
yeah, penis. So when you would bring like boyfriends home, like did you directly introduce them like, "Hey, this is my boyfriend," or did you just say, "Hey, this is Tom"?
Oh, like I said, I have no fear. I didn't care. I introduced every single person the way that I knew that they wanted to be introduced. Even to the family members that called them my special friend. I would deliberately say that this is my boyfriend.
I would too.
I have no care in the world for that.
Zero
you know?
fucks given.
Yeah.
Right. Like this is who I am. If you can't accept that, that's your problem.
Yeah.
That is not mine. Like
Exactly.
there are enough people in the world that are going to care about me the way that I want to be cared about.
That's like life advice, man. Like, if you have a problem with me, that's your problem. Like, you have a problem with the way I am and what I like, that's your problem.
Fuck you.
Mine.
If you can't tolerate me, then you're the
Thank
one
you.
that has no tolerance.
Thank you.
If you come to me and tell me that I did something wrong, then that's a conversation that we can have.
Yeah.
But until that day comes, no, absolutely not.
That's when I never understood.
Christmas.
Like when they were just kind of, oh my god, it was like people that just kind of come out of nowhere and they just feel the need to like attack you for just being you.
Yeah.
Right. So, like, for instance, when I had transferred back to that other school in Plymouth, a lot of the kids that I had gone to school with in middle school actually ended up going to that school. They didn't go to the other school, which oddly enough happened, which was whatever. But so, you know, there were still some of those boys from the locker room days, air quotes, that, you know, were still picking on me and whatever. Like, I didn't feel comfortable going into the locker room at that school.
Yeah.
You know, I felt comfortable going into the locker room with all the football players and all the guys down at the other school, but not this one. Not at all. Because the first day they were like, "Oh, the gay kid's here. Like, what the fuck is the gay kid doing here?" You know? And I just thought that was pathetic. So at that point in time, I had been doing an extracurricular activity, color guard, and oh yeah, and I actually fucked up my knee. So I was like doing physical therapy. I got my physical therapist to write me a note so I didn't have to go to gym, just so I didn't have to deal with these boys for that entire semester. Because it was pointless. Like, there was no reason for me to put myself in a position to feel uncomfortable with all of them at that point in time. Like, I was fragile enough as it was. I was fresh, like, out of, you know, my own personal mental incapacitation and just needed to move on from that. So that's what I did to make sure that my mental health was good.
Yeah. It's ridiculous that you would have to do something like that, though.
I was just trying to think, like you said, you know, in the locker room, oh, here comes the gay kid. Like,
So?
right. No, like, when we were in, there was a couple gay kids we went to high school with, and nobody gave a fuck. One was on the swim team.
I'm trying to think. I don't...
You have to understand, I was the only gay person I knew in high school.
I went to a vocational school that had 30 different towns in it. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
I don't think there was anybody, or nobody was out. Well,
nobody was
there
out,
one, there was
but
actually
people
one kid
knew.
in
There
Revere.
was a couple kids that I graduated with that they never came out, but
Yeah.
you knew so and so was gay. You knew, like,
yeah.
there was no hiding it. They didn't hide it.
yeah.
He didn't come out and say, "Hey, I'm gay."
Is
But
because you already knew and the way they presented themselves.
maybe because it was 20-something years ago too that it was different.
Yeah.
It was 1997 as opposed to 2000.
I was 7 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of these kids that, you know,
Enjoy that one.
there were some kids that I knew that came out after I did, like when we were in high school and stuff like that. And as I got older, more kids came out. And then my junior year, I actually met one of the sweetest boys. And it was kind of like a love story that was written for like a movie type
You
shit.
yourself, bitch.
I think Mike's pick him up when he coughs.
Yeah, true.
I've tried that. It sucks. It doesn't make a difference.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I don't know. He was just like the best guy in the world. You know, he did a lot for me. He was really sweet. I ended up ending things because he didn't approve of drinking or getting high. And at that point in time, you know, I wanted to be a free person. I didn't want to, you know, I always promote a person feeling comfortable with themselves. If you're not comfortable with yourself, then there's no reason to be doing what you're doing. And that goes for relationships too. Like, you can't pretend like something's good if it's not, you know?
Yeah,
But-
that's how you start the cancer growing inside the relationship.
Right,
Just by
exactly.
pushing
It
it
creates like underlying resentments,
Yeah.
and then like it's
spread.
slow. Yeah, exactly. It's a slow
Yeah.
fester
Yeah.
because if it's that one thing that you're gonna latch onto that eventually builds and builds and builds.
Right.
Disclaimer: don't take any relationship advice from us.
No, not at all. No.
No. We are train wrecks.
No,
No financial
absolutely.
advice, no relationship advice,
No,
no nothing.
Basically, don't take any advice from us.
No.
No. Just listen and laugh and have a
Right.
good time.
Right. That's what we're here for.
Oh yeah. No. Kind of going awkward. Can we ask you about sex?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know because some people. I want to make.
Of course you can.
Like what?
So,
He's like, I was waiting.
well, I know, but I want to wait until all the normal people got bored with the conversation and they went away.
And they left.
So they're gone now.
Welcome, freaks. Let's
This
let's
is
get
Let's
a
Be
little
Blunt.
weird, shall we?
Let's be blunt after hours.
Welcome.
Whoa. I like that.
Welcome
That
to
should be
Daddy
a
Kim's
promo.
Dirty
That
Questions.
should be like a 15-minute like side session.
I like that.
Release something in the middle of the week.
So-
Let's be blunt after hours. It's just us sitting around shooting the shit after we shut the mics down.
I like that actually. We'll just take video of it. Anyway, so let's carry on.
That our
Let's get back
OnlyFans?
to the actual podcast.
Yeah, right. Let's focus here. Let's focus. No. So-
No.
Wow.
Namaste.
oh my god.
Namaste here.
I love that. God, I love you.
Namaste
So-
with my dog.
Namaste home with my dog. Thanks though.
Exactly.
Oh my god. So, I don't. What is sex like for a gay person? Because obviously heterosexual.
Are you a
put
top or are you a bottom?
I'm a switch. So
Me too.
it's so much more fun.
At
I
home,
love
I'm a
being
bottom.
first.
I am. I'm a bottom at home.
Well,
And that's how we both prefer it.
yeah, right. But like
So you're a pillow princess.
Sure, I guess so.
So you don't move, you don't do anything. She does all the work.
I don't do no work.
he's the track, she's the train.
I do a bunch of work leading up to when we get to like.
I like
look
that.
at you.
I like this. The whole
Look at
this.
you.
Like, this
look
is
at
very
you. Good
1990s.
job.
Aaron is
WWF.
definitely rubbing off on you tonight.
Right.
Okay, then.
Okay,
The jellyfish is here.
is that what you call it now?
Yeah.
Oh,
But no, I do a
Carl.
bunch of work, and then when it gets down to the actual penetration, I guess you could say it's I'm laying down and she's hopping on.
Yeah, so you're the pillow princess.
Exactly.
Okay.
So what's it like? So like I said, like, general heterosexual is you put a dick inside a pussy.
Okay.
So that's the long and the short of it, oversimplified. Like
Usually short.
Yep.
But so what's it? Anyways, what is it like for a gay person?
I guess it depends on whether or not, who are you with? Are you a top, a bottom, verse? Most of the time, if you're a verse, you're fine with whoever you meet. But if
What do you mean,
Verse, like,
a verse would be like somebody who's interested in being both bottom and top.
Okay.
The cream,
The what?
the cream to the Oreo, in the middle.
Absolutely.
That's
See,
one way
They
to
could catch
Yeah.
and push and
yes,
pitch.
absolutely. Yeah, no. In a
No.
threesome, that's exactly what you're going to be doing.
No, when you because I love you, I know you'll be able to answer this with no
Well,
problem.
Hold on. Threesome? Now, you're asking questions about regular gay sex. Now, I want to hear the threesome gay sex.
Hang on, shut up.
Well,
So
he just mentioned that, though.
Is that what we're,
No, he said the cream to the Oreo, so
Yeah.
it would be
Oh,
the guy in the
I
middle.
see.
yeah, the guy in the
Yeah.
middle.
I was taking
So
that
now, when
differently.
you say top and bottom and stuff like that, what do you mean a top?
So a top would be, as you referenced earlier, that would be a pitcher,
Okay,
and the catcher would be a bottom.
Better?
so the pitcher or the top is the one that's giving, and
Yes.
the catcher or the bottom is the one that's receiving.
You got it.
Okay. So that way we can make sure, because I know there's someone that's going to be like, I really just want to hear him bluntly say it. So.
Yes, this is Let's Be Blunt.
Exactly.
Okay, so the top fucks,
The
and the bottom takes it like a bitch.
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely.
So, carrying on from there, like, so obviously, like, I imagine it's, well, what is the build-up or the foreplay for, like, with gay guys?
I mean, you can start with like oral. Some
Where we
guys
start
are
to.
interested in
I was just going to say, I'd imagine it's pretty much the same.
yeah, pretty much like
Just-
oral fingering,
Yeah.
making out. It's literally the same thing.
You okay?
Yeah.
All right.
That's usually the finger I start with too.
Well, because you went like
you.
this,
That's-
and I'm like,
No,
what
that's
do I do?
that's like the biggest, the fattest, the longest finger I got. So that's the one I use. I'm talking about my middle finger, by the way.
Yeah, oh, wait, yeah, because
Yeah,
for the listeners.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the biggest, fattest, longest, yeah.
I mean, your
Shut
thumb
up.
only gets you so far. You can start with your thumb, and you can rotate around the rosebud a little bit.
Yep.
and then do what you need to do on the insertion and just go from there.
Now you just said rosebud. What is a rosebud? Rosebud.
Oh God, I mean the rosebud
Balloon
would be
nut?
what?
Shut up. No.
The balloon nut?
Oh, no. A rosebud is so much more.
So much
Rosebud would be like, a big old.
A
Anus.
prolapsed asshole.
That's-
It's when your asshole turns itself inside out from being
See, I know
fucked
that.
so much.
I know
Yeah.
I know you're
I was-
comfortable enough, but I didn't know if you were going to say it.
I was not going to say that. No, I'm glad you took that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Took it like a champ, didn't he?
Absolutely.
So that's a rosebud, huh?
Oh, yeah.
You learn something new every day.
Isn't it great?
It's
Yeah, I
crazy.
love
It's well,
Well, not that I love rosebuds. I've
Sure about that?
never experienced
do not
one.
Look up hashtag rosebud.
Oh, I have.
Don't do it.
But it wasn't rosebud that I looked up. It was
So,
the actual.
Are we not using hashtag rosebud?
Oh my god! No, we're using it.
Oh, totally
This
using it.
episode is now hashtag rosebud.
This episode is just the name of the episode.
You gotta write that down.
I'm done.
No, we're not.
Oh, we got the guest
Should
to
I-
quit. That's a new one.
No. Anyways, moving on because rosebud is kind of uncomfortable because if you ever seen one, it's just
It's.
I've seen.
I mean,
it's-
I have not seen one. I mean, there
no pictures.
pictures. Yes.
Pictures,
yes,
videos. I've seen some
absolutely.
really fucking
videos. Oh my god.
The weirdest ones.
I've seen pictures and stuff. I know what it is.
Now, don't go looking on Pornhub because you're just setting yourself up for failure.
That's like looking up blue waffle. You just
Oh
don't do
my
it.
god, don't. Or Two Girls, One Cup.
Or Tub Girl.
One guy, one cup is even better.
Oh, the jar.
The jar.
Oh my god, the jar.
Oh my god, there's so much blood.
I could
see that one.
feel it. Like for a gay man to watch that video, that literally might be the epitome of like I want to cry and put myself in a fetal position on the floor, like a hard cement floor, and just die.
They just. Oh my.
See, I didn't see that one, and I won't be. Seeing
You don't
that
need
one,
to.
but-
It's
I don't
it's
want
on
to.
the gauntlet.
No, I don't want.
A
to.
guy. Do you want to know what it is? I can kind of.
I think you might have told me about it.
a guy sits down on a glass jar, but because your asshole retracts immediately,
Shattered the jar.
it shattered the jar and stabbed him inside the ass, and he's sitting there pulling chunks of his asshole out.
You can literally see the blood.
Like it's just oozing, because it's a high
We're so
tension
sorry
area.
you're listening to this.
Yeah,
The
no, I
blood-
get
What'd you say?
What? So sorry you're listening to this. Like
No, we're
talk
not.
about.
What possesses people to do something like that to themselves?
Well,
Like, I get kinks and I get fetishes, but that's extreme.
Yeah.
are you comfortable talking about kinks and fetishes?
Sure.
So what are different? Because whips, chains, handcuffs is the typical thing you see with.
I see a
most
lot of
couples.
leather. I see a lot of leather.
What
Like,
is with the harnesses? If
Like
you
a
don't mind me
gimp?
asking.
what?
Like
Gimp
a
suit.
gimp?
Gimp
What do you mean
suit.
Gimp, gimp suit?
What is
Like
gimp?
a full body latex with a face
Oh
is
yeah.
closed.
Oh yeah.
They're
Yeah,
also called
absolutely.
gimp suits.
Yeah.
So the whole leather clad isn't just.
Have you guys been to a club?
No, I would love to go to one.
Okay.
I have
So
by
that's
accident.
where you're gonna see a lot of
You
this
say by
stuff.
accident?
I have by
Wow.
accident. I walked into a gay bar, not realizing we were in Pennsylvania, and it was
Pennsylvania.
a business trip, and we were supposed to be going to like this big popular club bar thing, and I guess like the doors were like right next to each other, so I followed the group in, and we're getting drinks, and I'm looking around the place, and I'm realizing the people that are talking, the pictures on the wall, and I went, huh. This isn't the bar we're supposed to be in. But it's one of the best times I ever had in my life.
It's the Blue Oyster.
It was such a fucking blast. I had so much fun at this bar.
So, what is it with the leather and stuff? Is there just the aesthetic? Is it just the people? That's what.
Yeah.
Sorry,
no,
I just realized
some,
I'm away from my mic.
some people like a lot of different things. I don't know. I just see a lot of people wearing leather. It's just a thing, and it's mostly just like kind of like biker style leather too. You know,
love that.
like
Love that
old
thing.
school biker style leather mixed with like old school cop,
Like the
Yep.
Yeah.
like the guy in
like chaps.
the guy in the Village People.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Like, that's what I'm picturing.
or like if you've watched South Park,
oh
Yeah,
god.
Mr. Slave.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh
yes.
God.
Oh my god. I haven't watched that.
Mr. Slave.
Ooh, Mr. Stop it, Mr. Garrison. Mr. Garrison. Ooh. Now, are toys a big thing? Like,
I guess you gotta depend.
well,
It
like,
depends on the person. I mean, I like toys.
I love the way he said it. Depends on the person.
That's just to say that the change of
shit.
the tone was like, you know,
like I immediately had the urge to be like, yes, daddy.
That's what I was waiting
it just
for.
set the whole mood. Like it took it from up here and just went.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh my.
Oh my.
Okay, then.
Yeah, right? Anyway, so
no.
Oh, that was good. That was spot on.
okay, so actually there was one question that I wanted to wait till the very end to ask you about.
Sure.
So, you know Reddit, Tumblr, the chans, all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen, like, pedophilia has been trying to apparently make themselves into the LGBTQ community as being normalized?
Yeah.
Do you see that in, like, what do you think on that shit? Because, like, I've seen flags, like, yeah, they have,
Really?
they have their own flag color. And, like,
Hope it's
That's-
blood red.
no.
Dead
That's
pedophiles don't reoffend.
It's true.
That's not cool. I don't know. I don't agree with that. I that's kind of as far as I want to go on that one.
Well, 'cause
Let's normalize murder.
pretty much. But, like, because I've been seeing, like I said,
Actually,
a
I
lot
think
on, like, you
pedophilia is
know,
worse.
people talk about it and, like, you know, there's memes and shit like that go through Facebook. So it's, like, wondering, like, because obviously I know how you guys feel on it, but, like, because I know a lot of people in the LGBTQ community is, like, very, very accepting of, no, everybody is what everybody wants to be. And, like, just, I didn't know, like, the extent of, like, how people felt on it or how deep that went.
I don't recognize that at all.
Yeah, that's
Different.
yeah,
That's completely different.
That's a different level. Like that's not being yourself and doing it. That's I mean, yeah, I guess he's being himself. Those people are being themselves, but themselves are not good people.
No. No, not at all.
I mean, because think about like I'm a Satanist, and Satanists are the same way, like accepting of pretty much whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
We don't accept that shit.
Dude, the Church of One that I have in my mind, I'm sorry, but there's no seat for you in there.
No.
Like, no. Like, I can do with everybody. You believe what you want to believe as long as you leave your hoods, fists, whatever at the door, and you come in as just a good person,
Yep.
sit and pray, then get the fuck out.
Just a human being.
Exactly. Come in as a human being and then just go away. But this is just... What?
Those people aren't human beings.
No.
Those people are fucking disgusting. They're monsters.
Right.
They're the dumpster at New England Meat Market in August.
I honestly don't even want to call them monsters. Like that gives monsters a bad name.
Frankenstein was a good man.
Yeah.
He was a good man. All parts of him.
Well, Frankenstein was the doctor.
Right.
I know. I'm talking about the doctor.
All parts of him?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, did you see in Young Frankenstein? He took his brain and he gave
That's
it away
right,
to the monster. So,
Abby?
Abby normal?
Abby normal?
You guys are normal.
No, we're not.
No.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, madams and dadums worldwide. Thank you for putting your shit spreaders on the seat for long enough to deal with all this. Aaron, you beautiful bitch.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you.
I'll see you guys later.
Oh God. Hot Rohne Monte.
Yo.
Master Disaster, Master Aaron.
Later.